Hello Internet, Dynaplaying here, and today I am bringing to you my speeder bike trio. So I designed these several years ago, and they've been on my shelf for a while. I made studio models of them, which are available in the description below, and Bricklink actually let me publish them so that you can download the studio file yourself. Some of my other creations have somehow inflicted on intellectual property rights. I'm not going to get into it. I'm probably in the wrong anyway, but these are entirely mocks, and yeah, they don't have a coherent color scheme. I did fix that in the studio file. Well, it's all confusing, but these are speeder bikes. I based two of these off of some of the speeder bikes we saw in Solo, and the other one is just the speeder bike. I mean, speeder bikes are speeder bikes. How much more can you get out of that? So starting out with the first one here, this is the second one I designed. It's got 3 engines. These two have a little exhausted. I did not put one there. It has a supercharger, but it's facing the wrong way. It's got these 2 fins here, and it's got this pretty big fin and a cannon, which is attached by a jumper plate, so this is a weak connection. Yes, there is supposed to be stuff there, but I've been taking parts off of these things for years. The front is just attached with some click hinges, which is how I got the 2 stud to 1 stud conversion. And the first thing you probably notice right off the bat is that the man or woman, or the minifigure, let's just say, does not actually straddle, like he doesn't, I'm gonna have to use my fingers for this, he does not ride the speeder bike like that, like they would do in the movies. That's because Lego minifigures are weird, and it's hard to get them to actually ride speeder bikes like you would ride a motorcycle. This is probably the most basic speeder bike, that's why I'm showing it off first, and it's just built like that. This was kind of the point. These speeder bikes actually kind of mark a point in time where I started experimenting with different Lego techniques. So I'm going to replace this with another speeder bike, not like physically replace it, but for the video I'm going to show you another one. This is probably the most unique speeder bike based off of its unconventional setup. Most of it is sticking out the back, and it does in fact have 2 engines, but in a linear configuration instead of a side-by-side. This is probably my least favorite one that I've designed, not because of the way it looks, but because of, there's a gap there. This looks horrible. I've taken pieces off of it for a while. This lower section is really weak. This isn't actually, sorry, you can't see it, but I don't actually have enough pieces to connect that. I probably do have enough pieces, but I didn't build it like that because of the way Lego parts bend upwards. The interior engine looks objectively terrible. It has this weird gear piece here, which could look decent, but with the rest of the thing, it just comes across as really bad. I did fix this. This one had the most changes in the studio model, so you guys will probably like that. I like the studio model a lot more. And as you can see, oh god, I'm sorry, I'm looking at this, I should probably be looking at this thing from the camera's point of view. But yeah, it's just got a little console. This area is or was decently weak. I don't know if I went back and fixed that later. But yeah, as you can see, it's just, yeah, this is kind of a meh speeder bike, and if you hear something in the background, that's just stuff. More complaints I have about my model. This area is completely flat. I think I did tile over most of it in the studio model and made various improvements, but yeah, this is, it doesn't even stand up well. Normally, oh god, you see it's coming apart. Usually it would have that, but minus the little foot thing. That would look cooler, but it needs the foot thing. God dang it, I can't talk today. And if I sound a little bit weird, I just woke up and my voice hasn't completely gotten normal yet. So maybe that will change. But yeah, that's the speeder bike. It falls over easily. This is the most annoying speeder bike. Partially, another reason is because like these things don't lay flat. So yeah, the studio model, hopefully it holds itself together well. I did make various improvements, as I have said before, and probably too many times, and you're probably getting annoyed at this point in the video, but we're going to keep going anyway. If you haven't left the video, thank you, and now let's get on to another speeder.